I don't know. I can barely see myself.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like I don't know how to minimize. Can you see me? How do you see me over there?
I'm seeing you.
Small or
I
big?
you are all right. You are not that small.
But you can see my face, right?
I'm seeing your face.
Yeah, I am not seeing myself. Maybe I need to put it on a platform like this.
Oh, I'm seeing you. Hope you didn't put your camera back.
Sorry?
Hope you don't put your camera behind.
No. Let me put it this way. Okay. Okay. But I'm seeing only my head. I can't see my body. But I can see
Yeah.
you. I can see you up to here. How do
Not your head, from your chest.
you can see me from my chest?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Okay, if you can see me from my chest, then that's good. It's just because of some of these teaching aids that I'm going to be using so that it will be, you know, give me a moment, please.
Okay.
Um, just a moment. So let's wait for people to join us. You're welcome, ma. It's good to have you on air with me. Um,
Let me share to some people.
please do. Me too. I'm going to do that now.
So that I'll follow you. Some of them you need to.
Although I walk in the shadows of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. The rod and staff, they comforted me. Oh, although I walk in the shadows of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. The rod and staff, they comforted me. Okay, so we'll start very soon. How were you able to use your green screen?
I could see one
In the shadows of
like
death. How did you use your green screen?
like a rectangle. Somebody is inside. You
Like a
click
rectangle.
yeah,
I didn't.
yeah. There's something like a pen on top. Under it, you see something like a
Where it
rectangle.
says create highlights.
Yes, be going down. Check those. It depends the phone you are using. I'm using Samsung.
Yeah, yeah, I'm using Redmi. I should be able to. I don't know. I like to use this. I can. Well, it will get better. This is my first
That
year. I
your
mean, first time.
background.
Sorry.
I mean, your background your profession is very good. I think you put
All right.
some teaching tools there.
Okay, viewers. You're welcome to Rosie Praise channel. Um, anchoring here with me is Mrs. Elizabeth. She's an educationist. She's a wife. She's a mother. She's a woman I respect so much. And what we're doing today has to do with an educational information. Okay, so my name is Rosemary, aka Rosie Praise, and the topic we are going to be deliberating on today is online early childhood education and education program. I repeat, online early childhood education program. So that is what we're going to be deliberating on tonight. Okay, so if this is your first time of joining me here on this channel, you're welcome from everywhere you'll be watching us from. It's very late in where I'm streaming from. Wherever you're watching us from, please, I hope this will meet you well, and then you also be part of the program by dropping your comments and supporting the live program by sharing, by liking, by subscribing to both of our channels, and sharing it to all your social medias, and also telling us what you feel about the program. So yeah, all welcome once again. All right. So like I said earlier, Mrs. Elizabeth is here representing the parents on this topic, very important topic. When we talk about early childhood, just in case for those of you who don't know, really understand what early childhood means, I'm going to tell us the definition and then we'll take it from there. Early childhood, as it sounds, means um a program or teaching a child, teaching young children from their birth. Let me put it that way, from their births. You can also say from zero, meaning from when they're put to bed, to the age of 8. That is early childhood education. That is what it means. So, and then you will wonder, a child who is just giving birth to, what does he have to know about education? What does that child want to learn? That is exactly what we have come to tell us, and then you will be surprised of all the information or the package we have for you today to open your eyes to awareness that yes, it's also important to train your child from birth and then till like that. It's a lifelong thing. But today we're going to streamline it to from 0 years to 8 years. So this is what is referred to as early childhood education program. Now that you know what early childhood education is, today we're going to be deliberating on why teach it online. Is it possible for children of this age, this little age from 0 to 8 years, to actually learn and learn concretely from 0 to 8 years? Is it possible? That is what I and Madam Elizabeth, as an educationist, is here to educate us on. Remember, when we say teaching a child from the 0 years to 8 years, it is a holistic development. It is a holistic development. What do I mean by holistic development? It means you're talking about the child cognitive education, physical education, emotional education, social education, like that. So when you say um, 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 cognitive education, what are we talking about? You're talking about developing the child's thinking ability, how the child is able to solve problem. That is where your mathematics come in. Yes, that is what is called elementary mathematics. That's what is called putting together. There's what is called summing together, adding together. Get me one toy, get me two toys, get me three toys, like that. So that is adding. That is developing the child cognitively. Madam, am I making sense?
Although yeah, you're making sense. I haven't asked my question
I
yet.
increase your volume. I can hardly hear you.
Ah, I just wanted to speak before I ask my
Yes.
questions.
Okay. I thought
So
you,
when you
you
finish
want
talking,
to
you
add to what I'm saying. Okay. So that is cognitive. And then when you talk about the social development of the child, you're talking about how you're going to train the child to be able to interact in the society. These interactions will start from the family. And so, from that early childhood, that is from 0 to 8 years, we are also going to be watching the behavioral pattern of this child as he grows up, as he relates either with his siblings or with his parents or with his teachers or with the society. This is what the child is going to carry as he or she progresses or develop. That is the social aspect. Remember, we're talking about the holistic development of the child. That is early childhood education. I'm repeating for emphasis. Okay, that what about the emotional development? We're talking about the child self-confidence, its emotion, how is able to assess situations around, how the child is able to accept discipline, how the child is able to accept instructions, how the child is able to assimilate information. That is the emotional development aspect. Okay, so you see, a teacher, apart from the parents, have to be aware. When you say you are an early childhood teacher, you must be aware of all these developmental stage so that you'll be able to help the child that has been put in your care. As the child is growing, you are also watching so that you can give daily reports to the teacher, to the parents. So, as we proceed in today's talk, we are also going to know if teaching this child from early, from 0 to 8 years, only depends on the teacher. What is the role of the parents? All this, Madam Elizabeth will be able to ask, and then we'll be able to shed more light to it. So, before I continue, let Madam Elizabeth introduce herself, and then you start right away with your question. Over to you, Madam.
thank you so much, Madam
I can't
Precious.
hear you very well, ma'am.
Are you hearing me now? I say thank you so
It's
much,
a bit better now.
yeah, for the invitation. Um, Parents in the schools and in my environment, in my neighborhood, have been asking a series of questions of this topic, early childhood, online early childhood program. So, and I would like you to answer some
Sorry, ma'am.
questions.
Can you increase the volume of your phone?
It's odd.
Because I can hardly hear you.
What's going on
Let
there?
me see if I can share this program.
Are you hearing me now? Are you hearing me?
Sorry, I'm sharing it to Facebook so they can join us from there.
All right.
It's a bit clumsy because I was trying to I was trying to share it to. So are we ready? So increase your volume.
Good.
Okay, let's go.
That's what I'm also trying
Yeah, I can hear you now, loud and clear.
to do. You hearing me now?
Yes, I can.
So what I'm trying to say, sorry for the interruption. At times there is always a network problem. Parents in the schools have been asking series of questions of this topic, online early child education program. And I would like you to answer them as I present each one so they can receive clear and helpful response.
Okay.
So I would like to start from question number one. Um, which approach works best for early childhood learning online?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, Thank you for that question. Which approach works better or works best for early
yeah,
childhood?
work but yeah,
So, okay, parents. So, if you remember my definition about early childhood, like I told us, and I'm going to repeat for emphasis, I said early childhood means developing the child, educating the child from 0 to 8 years old. And so, if we're talking about the method that works best, we are talking about a play-based approach, a play-based learning method. You know, when
yeah.
um, uh, online, you are able to find a method where you're able to play. The child is looking at you on the screen. Okay, you are
Right?
able to play. For example, how do you play with a child from 0 to 3 years? For example, a child
Mhm.
from 0 to 3 years. I'm trying to put in
All
more
right.
emphasis. So if I'm going to teach the child animal, for example, firstly I'm going to sing um, um to the child, and while I'm
Mhm.
singing I'm demonstrating. Okay.
Yeah.
um there are so many rhymes out there. You can say, give me a song, give me a rhyme that has to do with animal, for example.
Mm, for example, this realm we used to sing then. I think that one is one of it too.
And
Like
then also
little dog, where are you? Something like that.
like
I
that,
think we can also use a play-based learning like
play-based
that.
learning. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly what I'm talking about. And then, for example, that was when I talked about, for example, you want to talk about
Mhm.
animals. You want to teach that child animal, different kinds of animals. You can
Yeah.
teach the child with rhymes about animals, different types of animals. Like me, I have some aids, teaching aids. Like, for example, if I have to teach the child about who a lion is, So I can wear while the child is looking at me through the apparatus, or it may be through Zoom, it may be through um, um, Google Meet. It depends on the application you're using. But what is important, since we say it's an online teaching aid
Yeah.
method, the child should be able to see you, not only hearing your voice, but should be able to see you. Okay.
Mhm.
So if I want to teach the child about animals or types of animals, I can start with an animal like the lion. I want to teach the child that the lion looks fierce like this. And after playing the rhyme about animal or about a lion, I'll wear this. I say, ah, what is my name? The child would Google and would say, you're a lion. Ah, what sound did I just make? The child will say, you just roar like a lion, like that, you know?
Um,
These are examples. You can have cards, postcards, apart from the video rhyme you're going to be playing. This, for example, is a giraffe. You want the child to see you wear it and you want to stretch your neck like a giraffe. All you're trying to do is to catch the child's attention so that the
attention.
child stay glued to the screen and is looking at you. The child is learning, is smiling, is laughing, and is happy with what he
It's
or she
awesome.
is watching. So I don't know
Oh,
if so those are examples of play-based teaching
um, learning.
method.
Yeah, that is very good answer, and they are very insightful. I think those of parents watching will be also grateful. And I would like to ask the second question. How long should an online lesson for young children last? For how long? The
Hmm.
duration?
This is a very, very good question. Yes,
Yeah.
because remember, we are very mindful of their ages from
Mhm.
0 to 8 years. So meaning that they are still infants. So we don't want to stay too long because they get distracted easily and they get bored very easily. So for me, it shouldn't be an online teaching with this group, shouldn't be more than from 10 minutes to 20 minutes at most. From 10 minutes to 20 minutes at most.
That is very good. I like that question. I like the answer you've
Thank
given
you.
to the question. So I will also ask you another
So
question.
have you shared to your group WhatsApp and like that?
Yeah, yeah, I did to WhatsApp. Yeah.
All right. Thank
Yeah.
you, Gent. Okay, guys.
Can I continue?
Yes, please do.
The next question I'm going to ask you scenario-based questions. A 4 years old loses focus during an online lesson. What
Okay.
should the teacher do? What do you think the teachers should do?
Okay. Yeah, peradventure, thank you for that question, ma'am.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Peradventure, you are teaching a child, an infant, and then you notice the child now is tired or does not want the class any longer. The
Yeah.
child is no longer focused. The child is distracted. It begins to cry, mommy, mommy. You know, for me, what I'm going to do is to apply, for example, the song method.
Oh,
I can apply a song.
that
So,
is
for
wonderful.
example, I can use my body parts.
Mm-hmm.
to get to start the song. For
Okay.
example, say, hello, look at my fingers. My fingers, I'm waving my fingers on the air. Put your
Yeah.
finger in the air. And then I'm doing my finger
Yeah.
like this. Put my finger in the air.
Wow.
You know, what I'm trying to do is immediately the child hears you singing,
Mm-hmm.
it stops. That's how they are.
Yeah.
And then it's looking like this. Put your finger in the air like you don't, just like you, no. Put your finger in the air and leave it right there. Put
Yeah.
your finger, look,
I get I get your point.
if you are teaching an early child, you should know a lot of song and
A
play.
lot I know.
You should know
Like
how
like
to sing a lot of songs.
little
Yes,
finger, where are you? Here I
yes.
am. So
Finger,
that one
little
was to
finger,
capture them.
where are you? So put your finger in on your nose, and then you see the child trying to imitate you. Put your
Yeah.
finger on your nose. Put
Yeah.
your finger on your nose and leave it right there. Put your fingers on your nose. You know, like that. Your eyes with your on your ear, on your mouth,
Yeah.
and like put your finger. If you see that the child is crying, what I do most time, I'll say, put your finger on your mouth, on your mouth. Put your fingers on your mouth, on your mouth.
Yeah.
Put your fingers on your mouth and leave it right there. Shh.
Yeah.
Put your finger on your mouth, and you see the child like, so that way you
Wow,
get
that is
the
very good.
child attention. Thank you.
That is very good. You're a real good teacher.
Thank you.
I would like to ask another question. For
Okay.
example, with what you just said, if a child refuses to turn on the camera,
Hmm.
how should the teacher respond? How do the
Wow.
teacher respond?
Yes. Thank you. That is a very, very
You
good
know,
and
some
important
teachers they are
question.
not patient enough.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I was going to.
With your own experience for
Yes.
years, what's going to be the response?
Okay, if that happens to me, which of course several times I face this kind of thing, so
Mm.
as a teacher, firstly, before you take up this kind of assignment, you should understand, like I've been repeating, early childhood. And when it's early childhood, you should remember that these children are still young, they are infants. So they are ready to play tantrums. They are ready to even make you frustrated as a teacher. Not
I
because
know.
they want to, but that is how they are. You
Yeah.
can see that you sometimes you may be teaching, and all of a
Mhm.
sudden they can turn
Yeah.
the application down, like, no, I'm not interested anymore. So now, as if I'm faced with that kind of a situation, firstly, I don't want to get frustrated and I don't want to get angry. No,
Yes, of course.
no, I don't want to get angry. I should be able to manage the situation by, first of all, I want to reach out to the parents. There are so many things that could be involved.
Excuse, before you go reach out to the parents, I think you need to respect the child comfort first. The
Yes,
child may be
but
feeling hurt. You
I
get what I
wouldn't
mean?
know that. That is why
Yeah.
I want to reach out to the parents
All
first.
right.
Because when you're teaching a child, even when that parent is not sitting with that child, okay, they
Mm-hmm.
should be around. You cannot leave a child alone with a teacher as a rule. So the
That's
first
it.
thing I want to do is I'll have to allow my empathy to come in. And how do I do that? I have to show, just like what you're trying to say now, that probably the child is no longer comfortable. Okay,
Of
so and
course.
I want to private text the parent. Hey, what's going on? I can't see your child again, or is not responding anymore. I don't know what's happening at the other end. Can you check on your child? Let me know what is actually happening. It's either probably the device, the technology is down. Maybe the
Hmm.
device is out. So it
That's
may not
true.
really be it may not really be the child's fault. How about if that application has shut down? How about if the child too is as confused as as I am? And if the technology is not the problem, then
Mm.
is it that the child maybe is hungry or wants to ease herself, and is timid, does not know how to ask the teacher, please excuse me, I need to go to the toilet, because some children are like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I I
So
I
yeah,
had similar experience like that. Thank you so much, Ma. So
okay,
let's go further to ask some questions again.
okay.
Which activities best supports fine motor skill online? If do you get the question right?
um no,
Which
you want to
which
repeat that?
activities best support define motor skills online, like
Okay.
drawing, for
Which activity,
example.
yes, supports,
Which
okay, okay, I got
best,
it. Yeah,
yeah,
which activity best supports a motor skill online? Yes.
online, yeah,
Thank you very much. That is also a very important question. Now,
yeah,
for those of you watching and don't know what motor skill, is, motor skill is the ability, of a child um learning through movement,
hmm,
through body parts, through movements, running, jumping, drawing, like you said,
that's it.
puzzle solving, putting shapes, building bricks, like that. So these are motor skills. Remember when I was defining what childhood, the holistic development, we also talked about motor skill, where you're
Yeah,
able to use body part. Now, for example, most times when I'm in the classroom, okay, when I'm in the classroom, I do activities like I ask the children to surround me while I'm in the circle, and then I play
yeah,
a game with them. We can do hide and seek, we can do um running around, like mm, there are so many activities like um you can say John says, everybody
swimming, swim,
swim,
something like that.
like
Yeah,
that,
mhm,
everybody jump,
yeah,
everybody scream, like that, you understand.
yeah,
You can
yeah.
hide things behind one another while the other look for it. And then now let's bring it back home. We're talking about online. How can you teach motor skill online?
Mm.
So because it's online, you can't really start jumping except to tell the child, okay, move around in that room or wherever the child is. But you can ask the child to draw.
And it can be on the screen, I think.
Yes, you can draw on the scale, like, okay, draw for me an object like a cup, object you use in your room. What do you drink water? We say a cup. Can you draw for me a cup? All you want to see, nothing really perfect, just a sketch will do, just for you to know that the child really understand what you're saying or what you're teaching. And
Mhm.
can you what other objects do you have on your table there? Like I have a book. Can you draw for me a book? And then when you're doing this kind of motor skill kind of education, you have to put into consideration the level of the child and his age. So for 0 to 3 can paint. They may not really
Yeah,
be able to draw, but they can paint. So that's where you want to teach
mm,
them. Okay, pick for me, look for me. Do you have color yellow on your table? They say yes. Okay, take color yellow and paint that, leaf, or paint that cap, like that. Before you
yeah,
do that, you must have sent some shape diagram for painting to the parents via email or WhatsApp, and then they download it for the child, and then like that. So it is very, very obtainable to teach this kind of thing online. You also want to say, teach them, we're talking about motor skill. You also want to
mhm.
teach them, if you're happy and you know it, stand up, and the child stands up.
Yeah, stand
If
up,
you're happy and you know it, sit down. All you're
sit
trying to do is
down.
teach the child movement. Remember, we're
Okay,
talking about motor skill. If you're
yeah.
happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you
Okay,
know it,
you
clap
know,
your
the
hands,
children.
the child claps,
Wow, wow, wow,
like
wow.
that.
That
So
is
different
that is
different
so
things.
welcoming. That is great.
Thank you.
Um, you may say that my questions at times may be roundabout questions,
It's
is the
okay.
way I was presented to ask you the question. So,
Good.
what is the teacher's main role in online early child education? The main, underline the word main role. You know, they have different type of activities, roles, but what are the main role in early child education? The teacher's role.
Um. Okay. The teacher wants to um join hand, as in collaborate with the parents to
Mhm.
make sure that the child have, um like I said again, a holistic kind of development, that is
Mm,
the
that's
the
good.
cognitive development. It wants to make sure that the child has a cognitive development, a social development, an emotional development. The language you want to the language of the child, the speech, okay, development.
Mhm.
As the child grows up from zero
Nice.
to three, like
Yeah,
ba, ma, ma, that they um like that. Good
yeah,
morning, I am going to the school, like that. I go to school, I eat breakfast, I eat lunch, I sleep at night. Very simple and short sentences like that. You want to make sure the child knows how to express themselves. And talking about the uh, teacher's contribution, you want to talk, the teacher wants to also take um observe the child's brain development. As these children grow up, some of them are slow to educational development, while
yeah,
the others are faster. you know so you want to see the area where some, for example, maybe fast at knowing how to count from numbers 1 to 10, why some will just be stuck at numbers 1 to 5, but they are same age mates, right? So the teacher wants to be observant. Okay, who is lacking? Which child is lacking? Which area is it lacking? Is it in alphabet? Is it in numbers? Is it in colors? Is it in pronouncing words? Is it in identifying body parts, like that? You know, and
yeah.
speech development. So these are areas the teachers wants to look into. Like I said, note parents in collaboration with the parents. Don't leave all the work for the teachers.
That's
They
good.
are not the owner of your children. So this education we're talking about starts from home. How you communicate, how the parent, be it the father or the mother, communicate with this child before they bring this child to the teachers, be it online or in the school, is very, very important.
Very well.
So, like I always tell people, bringing a child to the world is intentional. You don't just bring a child to the world. I've
You
given birth.
make
I'm,
sense.
I'm,
You're
I'm a
right.
mother. You have
And
to
the
be
father,
intentional.
some don't even care.
Yes. So you want to be intentional, because whatever you imbibe in this child as it grows up is what the child give back to the society.
Of course.
So I
Thank
don't know if
you.
I answered your
Thank you.
question.
Thank you so much. You answered the question right. Perhaps for those mothers, parents who are watching us live now, I just
Yes.
want to add a little bit
Okay, ma'am.
to complement the good question, I mean, the good answer you have given. For example, the teacher can guide and support learning. They can do that for children, like a draw and drop,
Okay.
correct matches, singing, language development. For
Mm-hmm.
example, puzzle games, problem solving skills,
Mm-hmm.
dancing. That is cross-mental skill, and also storytelling.
Yes, storytelling.
Imagination
Yes,
and
yes.
creativity. Those are
Using
the things that
puppets.
attract, yeah, that
Yes.
attract children a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So thank
Mm-hmm.
you so much, man.
Thank you,
I
madam.
really, I really like that. I'm grateful for the opportunity given to be answering the questions. So don't be offended. I have a lot of questions here for you.
Woo.
Go ahead.
Um, Now I want to ask another question.
Please go
How
ahead.
can parents support children during online learning at home? At home, I do think there are a lot of obstacles that that child might have faced in between studies. How can the parents support them?
The parents or the teachers, the parents, right?
No,
Okay.
we are talking. The child is at home with the parent
Yes,
learning.
yes.
How
Oh,
can parents
I
support
got that.
children during
Yes.
online learning at home?
Okay.
So how can you educate them?
Yes, that is a very important question as well. Parents wants to make sure the space at which this child is learning is adequate.
Mm,
It is adequate, meaning must not be big, but
mm,
the serenity must be quiet. It
mm,
must be able to foster peace around this child. For example, if the child has his or her own room, provide a table and chair and the apparatus with which this child is going to learn online. Make sure
mm,
everything, its learning aid is ready. The atmosphere is clean, no distraction, no radio, no television. The door is locked, although occasionally the parents come to peep to see if the child
yeah.
is doing well. Okay, so that the child
Mm,
also will not feel he is left alone. That is talking about a child from 5, 6, 7, 8. What about child from 0 to 3? And
mm,
this child is learning online. A mother can sit with such child behind,
mm.
okay, while the
Oh
teacher
yeah.
is singing the song and doing the puppet storytelling and the visual aid thing. The mother should also join the teacher to be singing and displaying for the child to see. This way the child giggles, the child is watching with the eyes, is listening, okay, and then is learning speech, but both from the teacher and what it says the mother doing. So the parents wants to provide, there's a good learning space for this child. Okay, he wants to make sure
Mm,
that there's no distraction. If you are watching TV, please put down the audio. You remove every gadget like iPad, like things that will cause distraction,
mm.
so that that child can concentrate for that 10, 20 minutes this child is learning.
Wow, that's great. For those who are watching, that is good answers. Um, we were asked to provide a quiet space, helping
Yes,
with technology,
yes,
encouraging participation, and
yes,
reinforcing learning activities. That
yes.
is what our teacher told us right now. Teacher
Mm-hmm.
praised. So I'm going to ask you another question, madam.
Okay, go
What
ahead.
challenges do teachers face in online early
Hmm.
childhood education?
A lot of
I
challenges.
know, I know it's very tough. It's not
A
that
lot,
easy.
yes, a lot of challenges. Let me
Yeah.
start with this. For online, it's not
Mm,
really easy. This
mm.
way, the child gets easily, like I've been emphasizing,
Distracted.
distraction. Distraction. It may be from the siblings. It may be from and because don't forget that child is in the comfort of it, in the comfort zone,
Of the
you know,
parents,
of
of the
the house,
family.
of the
Yeah.
family. The siblings are there, the father is there, the mother is there. This is the child's comfort zone.
Mhm.
And so whatever you're going to do, teacher, hurry up. If not, I shut it down.
Oh,
I don't want any lesson. so
wow.
one of the challenges an online teacher face with this early child kind of teaching is short span. They get easily tired easily depending on what they have in front of them. So
Mm.
that is why as an early childhood teacher, you want to play a lot, you want to sing a lot,
You
you want
have
to
to be
do the
their level.
puppet. Yes, you want to use puppets. You are teaching alphabet. You have things like this, colorful,
Mm,
colorful, things the child can see. What is this?
mm,
This is letter A. And then when you play the song, there's a song on the background talking about alphabet. You are dancing and waving it like this. The child is looking at you. Probably waving his head like this. This is letter B. B, B, B. B for baby. Letter
wow.
C. C, C, C. C for cat, like that. You
Mm,
have letter D, letter E. Like that. These are things you want to use. You can also use play cards. Play cards, you're teaching numbers. You want to have your numbers ready. These are play cards. You're teaching numbers. This is number one. Let me see if I can. Number one, number two, like that. Number
yeah.
three. And you see, if you notice, most of these numbers come with different colors.
Okay.
Orange. Number three has orange. This way, the child is not only learning numbers, but also learning different
The
types of
colors.
colors.
Yeah,
Number
that's great.
four. And then before I show the number, I want to play around. I do like this. Guess, 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 guess what
Wow. This is
number do I
terrible.
have?
Wow.
Number four. Oh my God. What color does number four has? Ta, da, da, da,
We
da,
are jealous.
ta, da, 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 da. Number four is green. Like that. So, you want to do things that will make the child just stay glued and
Yeah.
white eyes agape like this looking, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like that. And if you're
Things,
teaching,
things that limited their interaction
yes.
with the family. Yeah.
Yes, things that will limit is their interaction, that will get
Mm.
them glued to the screen they are watching, looking at the teacher, looking at what you have to teach them or to tell them. So that way, so just be ready to play, just be ready to
Yeah.
sing, just be ready to show colors, things that will make them stay glued to the screen and they are watching you, also assimilating whatever information you're sending out to the child.
And that is great, madam. I love that answer. Another thing I want you to chip in is about the technology problem. What do you think
Okay.
you can advise? Not everyone have internet talking
Hmm.
1 hours, 30 minutes, 45 minutes,
Okay.
etc., etc. What can you advise?
Okay. Firstly, parents, firstly, when we talk about online
Sorry, ma,
teaching,
because I can say it as part of the challenges
yes,
um, teacher can face on
yes,
online teaching.
you are right.
Yeah.
You are right. You are right. But what I want to remind us before I answer this question is that when you say online, you want your child to learn online,
Yeah.
please, parents, if you don't have a steady Wi-Fi, forget about online.
Mm.
Online, you must have, it works hand in
Yeah.
hand. You want anything online education, you must have a steady Wi-Fi. Every other thing is, but basically, your Wi-Fi, your internet has to be stable because you
That's
don't
it.
want, as you are teaching, there will be distortion of break in transmission or break in information. So your Wi-Fi has to be stable and working. So that is how this online education program can work to start with.
Mm.
So technology, then, now between you and the parents, you want to talk about the devices and the application that works better. For me, most times I would use Zoom, because in Zoom I can upload visual aids that I can be showing. You understand? So it works best for me. You have other applications you can use to teach the child online. You have other educative applications, but most times I would use the Zoom because of things I want to show, maybe song, maybe some things that has to do with, like the digital board. I
Yeah.
always have this where I can write and I can
That's
draw.
great.
This is the manual board, and I have different chalks. with different colors. You have the pink, the blue, depending on what I'm teaching them. You know, let me emphasize this. You can see that most of the cards I have are with different colors. Colors work best for childhood
Yeah,
education.
that's it. It's
Good
yeah,
colors. Colors is great when it comes to childhood kind of
it attracts
education.
them
You
more.
want, you want to teach different things with colors, basically. This
Mhm.
way, for everything the child is learning, you see that child from 0 to 3, the child already know what is black, what is yellow. First, start with
Yeah,
attractive colors.
colors.
Three,
Yeah,
three attractive colors. Don't model it up. Don't make it to be too much.
too
Like
much.
me, when
They
I teach
got
from
higher
zero.
on time.
Yes, from me, if I teach from 0 to 3 for 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 a month, at most 3 weeks, I can be teaching 3 colors. Yes, consistently like that. And when I see that they're already familiar with, for example, I can start with, because it's an attractive, I can start with pink, red, and yellow. I can start with those three. And when I start with those three, for each week, I make sure that I use different visual aids to
Mm.
teach these colors. That is how I go about it. So when they are, the kids are now very familiar with this, with the colors, with this particular 3 color, I go to another color. And
Mm.
when I'm teaching the colors, I'm using animals. I'm using the colors of the animals. I'm using, elements in the air, like the sun, like like
The
that,
moon.
the moon,
Yeah,
like that. I can
the
objects in
kind.
the house. You understand? Like that. Numbers, I use colors, like I showed us earlier. Like I showed us earlier. So that's my
Thank you
answer.
so much, Ma. You really answered the question. I love it and I
Thank you.
like it. For those parents who think my child is still 3 years old, they can't continue going to school, they're at home doing nothing. You've heard it from Rose Praise that it is possible for your child to be 2 years old learning from home through
Yes, very,
online
very
program.
possible.
So
Mhm.
let me ask you another question. I thank you for that
Okay.
useful and reasonable answers. So another one, describe one online activities that promote social interaction. So one
Activity
yeah,
that promotes social interaction. Yes, talking about
yeah,
social behavioral
yeah, like like a
program.
group singing, you
Yes,
know?
exactly what I was
Yeah.
going to say.
All right.
Yes. One social activities is your singing.
Hmm.
You don't necessarily have to be a vocalist, or that I don't
Hmm.
know how to sing. How will I be able to teach this kind of group? No. If you are able to mimic a rhyme,
Hmm.
okay, if you're able
Yeah.
to mimic a rhyme, first of all, go
Hmm.
and learn a lot of rhymes.
Hmm.
Children are going to need it.
Of
Learn how
course.
to sing rhymes. Learn, if you want, for example, you want to teach um weather, the weather. You want to learn rhymes about weather. Okay, this
Yeah.
is you want to learn rhymes about weather, like, here comes the wind. You can put a rhyme like, "Ooh, the wind, oh, the wind is blowing me, the wind is blowing me."
Wow. That's
You know,
great.
after the wind comes the cloud. This is the cloud. Oh, it appears it's going to rain. It's going to rain. Oh my God. It has
Hmm.
started to rain. It has started to rain. The rain is dropping. Oh my God. I'm going to be wet. I'm going to be wet. And then you see this child shivering. Oh, I'm cold. I'm under the rain. I'm cold. And that is the picture of the child shivering. Okay, so you want to tell the child, when it's raining, you cover up or you go back into inside so you don't get wet. If not, you start to shake, like this little picture. Okay, and this is the sun is bright. Oh, it's sunny. It is sunny. There are so many rhymes with sun. Okay, and because this boy was playing and under the sun can make you get easily tired. You know, this
Wow.
child is tired. Oh, the sun is been, been under the sun, and now he's very tired. So, like that.
Thank you,
So,
thank you, thank you, thank you so much. That's lovely.
yes, to teach
Excellent.
early
Good.
childhood, you should know a lot of rhymes, you should
Of
know a lot of
course,
play, you
of
should have a lot
course,
of visual aids.
of
Visual
course.
aids, cards, a lot of things are involved. Okay, if
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to teach early childhood, you should be
Mm-hmm.
prepared to have this and to know this kind of thing.
Yeah.
For example, there's this song I always sing. I love it a lot. Maybe because when I was growing up, I used to sing it. So this old man, he plays one. He plays knick-knack on the door with a knick-knack. Paddy what
Mhm.
give a dog a bone. This old man goes rolling home. Okay, I
Great.
can stand up and roll my body and then
That's it.
behave like an old one. This old man, he plays two. And then when I remember, I just talked
Parents
about
watch
one.
and listening.
I just talked about one.
Mhm.
So you see, I'm singing and also teaching numbers, right? He
Okay.
plays knick-knack on the door with a knick-knack, with a knick-knack, body whack, give a dog a bone. His old man goes rolling home. Rolling means is with a skating shoe, and the old man goes rolling home. This old man, he plays three. He plays knick-knack on the door with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man goes rolling home. Like that. You have to know how to sing a lot of songs and demonstrate.
Mm.
So these are one of some popular songs that
That's it.
for example, when I was teaching Sky talking about the song, like um twinkle twinkle little star,
You
how
said,
I
I
wonder
wonder what you
up
are.
above
Well,
that
boy, that
was
was
so
so high,
high, like a
like a
diamond in the
diamond in the
sky.
sky.
Oh, the
Woo!
sky is bright. Look how
Fantastic.
shiny the sky is. And then you'll be able to have a picture of the sky,
Yeah,
of the star. I mean to say.
brilliant. That's good. I'm really, really impressed with the way the questions are being answered.
Thank you, madam.
There's another way I want to ask you this question.
Okay.
For example, childly question. We have friendly questions when you are teaching children,
Okay.
and what you are also expected good responses from them. For example, so your favorite learning toy, how do you think they are going to respond to that?
Show for the child to show their favorite learning toys.
Yeah.
Mm. For example, if I'm in the classroom, right? Each child have their different toys
Okay.
the parents have bought for them, or even so you see some of these child, because they're so obsessed with their toys,
I know.
they make sure their parents put those toys inside their bag and they bring it to the school. That is to show how clean, how friendly they are with their toys. They don't want to part with it, no matter the number of toys the classroom has. You see this child click to his toys. In the classroom too, you see most of these childs have their preferred toys. When you say children, it's time for toy games, they all know what to pick, because each of
Have
them
their
are familiar
favorite.
with. Some can pick a ball, some can pick a tortoise,
Both
like
some, yeah,
yeah,
some
they
take
have their
both.
different
Yeah,
preferences.
types.
So don't disturb yourself, don't get angry at them, just follow them and make sure you like what they like, if it's not going to be harmful to them. There are some,
Yeah.
if the toy is not going to be harmful, and if it's the toy that is needed in the class at that moment, yes, the child should feel free. Now, let's bring it back to online. We're talking about online. How can you let the child play with his preferred toy? So, in as an online, you can say the child, tell me, for example, if the child's name is John, look around your room, show me your preferred toy. So whatever the child showed to you, the child goes, looks around, and maybe a football, a ball. Here is my I love football. I say, oh, what is this in your hand? It's football. Okay, you love playing football? Yes. What if it's a girl? Maybe what they brought is a Barbie toy, or maybe a car, or maybe something utensils to cook. And so you want to play with a child and say, show
Right.
me how you use these things to cook. What do you do with this? Show me how you play football. Okay, throw it up, throw it down. All right. So how do you kick? Show me how you kick the ball. Don't play it too high so you don't hurt me. And then
Hmm.
you pretend like when he plays ball, oh, did you just throw the ball
Brilliant,
at me?
brilliant.
You're going to hurt me. You're playing with a child. You understand? So that way.
Wow, brilliant. That's good. There's, in some online, in some family, online children, there may be nephew, cousins, there may be up to 4 or 5 in a round table. Most of the time, teacher praises them and encourage sharing. I mean, those
Okay.
toys or wherever they have playing with. Is it encouraging? Is it is it a good custom? Or can we say it's a good tradition?
Yes, it is. I know what you want to say. Is it a good practice? Yes.
Yeah.
Child, as they grow up, they should practice giving. And you see, this is the problem we face all the time. Most child don't want to part with their toy, be it
Mm.
his direct sibling or cousin or anything. You understand? They don't want to part with their toy. So I told you, we talked about it. A part of that holistic development is social behavioral development, how the child is able to interact with his fellow child in the classroom, how the child is able to share his toy, his coloring apparatus. The child should be able to know that it's nothing to share.
Hmm.
So don't cry if another child say, please, can I play with your toy? Yeah, you teach the child how to share.
That
Okay,
is
so in that
that is
way, because
good.
it's an online and it's only the child, you can ask the mother to come in this time around. Can you share your toy with mommy? Mommy, how do you play with your child? Let me see mommy play with a child with this ball. So maybe it's a football. Mommy throws it to the child
Hmm.
gently and softly, such that the child is able to catch. You know what I mean? And the child
Yeah.
catches it and is happy and throws it back to mommy, of course.
Hmm.
So that's way.
That's good. Brilliant. Um, this question I want to ask you is related to a child like of 3 years old, 2 years old.
Okay.
When you ask them, can you sing your favorite song? Is it all of them that share up by answering your question, singing? Some
Yes,
are very timid.
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. I love all these questions you're asking. Yes, this is also a very important question.
Thank
Okay,
you.
now for that child to be able to sing depends on how that teacher started the class.
Mm,
Very,
wow.
very important. It, the start of the class would determine the disposition of that child towards the classroom behavioral
Yeah,
environment.
that's their response.
Yes.
God,
So
yeah.
if you start happily, a teacher who is teaching childhood education should always you have to put, no matter the problem that teacher have, you have to put that problem aside. all the child, to captivate the child's interest or attention from the start. Wear
Mm.
a smile.
Yeah, put on smile
does not
face.
mean does
Yeah.
not mean does not mean where you have to discipline the child orally. The
Mhm.
child must know the difference between when the teacher is happy and when the teacher means discipline.
It's something.
No, you cannot do that. No. So the child should be able to read between the lip when it crosses the line, or when, to be tamed. I mean,
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
to
the
put in
different,
order.
yeah, the
You understand?
borderline between role play
Yes.
and when
Yes.
when the
So
teacher meant what he's doing for them.
yes.
Then okay,
Mhm.
that's good.
So so it depends on the start of the class. You want to carry the
Mm.
child along, you want to make the child happy, so that when you now need the child to get involved, to participate, to sing for you, the child would readily sing. How about when you're singing, you ask the child to sing with you? This old man, now repeat with me. This old man, he plays knick-knack on the door with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man goes rolling. And then you see the child doing like this. You see the child participating with
Yeah.
you. And he's laughing. Now sing with me. This old man. Like
It's
that.
so interesting. Wow, you are a really, really good teacher. I love that. Um, children have variant behaviors. When you ask them questions at times like, what color do you like best? Find
Mhm.
something that color. How do you think that how is their reaction going to be at that point in time immediately?
Yes, because you carry that child along from the start, and the child is interested in the
Mhm.
class. The child is ready to show you colors. Notwithstanding, the child may make mistake. If you say
All right.
show me color red, and because he or she is not familiar with color red, no problem. Okay, let the child keep. Make sure that what you are seeing from the visual aid, there's color red on that table.
Mhm.
Make sure there's color
Wow.
red. Whatever you ask the child, whatever color you ask the child, make sure it is not the one that the child will be looking at, will be confused. Okay,
Yeah,
make sure the
because they are
color.
baby.
Yeah, because they are babies. Okay, so that they can readily pick out the
Mm.
color and show it to you.
That's great. Excellent. Thank you, Ma. I would like to ask another question again.
Mhm.
What did you enjoy most today? When you ask children that kind of question, what are the answers you are expecting from them?
Wow. So now let me say that is a kind of remark from the
Mhm.
child about the teacher.
Mhm.
So that is when you will know if you, as a teacher, you have done a good job.
Wow.
If at the end of the class, for example, I would ask, John, so this is how we come to the end of today's class. Are you happy?
Yes, I
Yes.
see.
Have you learned anything? Tell me one thing you remember I taught you today. This old
Singing.
this thing, or I learned color red. I learned
Wow.
put put your fingers in the air. Put my fingers in the air. Put my fingers in the air and leave it right there like that. Put my fingers on my nose. Put my finger, everything you teach the child, make sure the child is able at the end of the class remembers, because you make sure that that child is participating with you, singing along with you, and
Mm.
do demonstrating. Make sure the child is looking at you, so that way when you finish the class, the child is perfectly able to repeat everything you have
That's
taught the child. Of
wonderful.
course, you are not going to exceed 20 minutes, at most 10 to 20 minutes. If not, there's every tendency that the child gets bored, because remember they are infants, and then
Of course.
they're tired, they just want to go, they just
Mhm.
want to go.
Mm.
Remember, they're in the comfort zone.
Of course. They are with their parents,
They are with
their
their parents.
friends, their brothers. Even some may have their grandmom, granddad,
Exactly. Yeah,
which they
yes.
love most. It is
Yes.
a very um, good job that needs more effort and encouragement, both to
Yes.
teacher and the children as well.
Mhm.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
ma.
madam.
I'm trying to round up our today questions, but I still have one question to ask you. I may also ask more if time permits. So, what new thing did you learn? This question is very, very mandatory, and it also one of the major questions teachers do as students, being from experience I had when I was teaching. So how do how do you help them? How do you ask that kind of question? What are the answers are you expecting from them?
Okay, let's put it this way. Let's make it practical. You have been
Okay.
the one asking, I've been the one giving out the information. So let me ask
Mhm.
you, imagine you are the child that have been gaining information from the teacher.
Okay.
And I'll ask you, what have you learned so far from today's class? Can you tell me?
Teacher, I learned colors, I learned numbers, I learned letters, and a new song.
Okay.
Those are the
Can you sing
where
one of the song you learned today? I sang two.
little finger, where are you? Here I am, how do you do? Just like that.
Like that.
Yeah.
Little finger, where are you? Here I am. How do
How
you
do
do?
you do? That's great. Mm.
Okay, you have answered well. Yes, it shows that you paid attention while
Yeah.
your teacher was teaching. Did you enjoy today's class?
Yes, Auntie.
Okay, so like that.
That's it. Another question I want to ask you, I'm going to round up the question like this. What new things did you, no, sorry. Would you like to learn this way again? You know,
Okay.
they
The
have
teacher,
never attended any classes and
yeah,
they're online every
yes,
time, maybe twice in a week. I believe at the end of the class, you need to ask them, will you
yes,
like to learn this way again?
yes, yes.
How is
Very
that
important.
is that is very good. That is very good. Because
Yes,
I've
it's.
seen a lot of teachers, by the
Mhm,
time they are not impressed, how the parents position the child or the
mhm,
communication system or technology system issue,
mhm,
they become fed up. You raise the anger on them, they will tell you, I'm sorry, I can't be online with us family again
hmm.
because the
Wow.
last time I was online with them, there
Uh-huh.
was technology problem, there was power failure, different kind of excuses. So
Excuses.
being a professional
Mm-hmm.
teacher, I think one needs to endure a lot.
Yes.
You need
Yes.
to put in your mind what I'm going
Mm.
to do today. I'm going to
Yes.
have a lot of challenges.
Yes.
When the challenges arises, find way or the other to come and resolve it. So
Okay.
that is where it go. I can also say maybe 1 hour before your classes, call the parents, inform them, let
Yes.
everything be
Everything be
and
set.
set
Yes.
so we
Yes.
don't have issue in
Issues.
between. So that
Yes.
is it. Thank you so
Oh,
much, Madam Rose. I'm
thank you,
happy
Madam
that you
Elizabeth.
answer all the questions
I'm glad
uh,
to have you too.
diligently, correctly, and they are all insightful answers.
Thank
Now,
you.
also,
Thank
thank
you
you
for
so
making
much.
this happen too. I wouldn't have been able to do it on my own. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Just
You're
in case you
welcome.
are not joining us, Madam Elizabeth, like I introduced earlier, she's an educationist. Maybe she should even introduce herself. Tell the
Wow.
audience, people watching you, who you are, please.
I'm kind of shy person when I'm on camera, but I'll try my best. Thank you, everyone, those who are watching us live. I remain Elizabeth in my TikTok show, TV. I'm a Royal Praise Hold family. My experience as a teacher in Spain was both enriching and rewarding.
Hmm.
You know, as I had the opportunity to work in formal school setting as well as in English teacher in various camps in Spain.
Hmm.
In schools, I taught students of different ages and levels, which helps me develop strong classroom management
Yeah.
skills
Mm-hmm.
and adapt my teaching method to meet diverse learning needs. I learned how to plan structured lessons,
Hmm.
collaborate with other teachers, and
Yeah.
support students in improving their confidence in English. You know, it's a Spanish speaking country.
Yes.
So
Language
that,
assistant teacher.
yeah. In
Yes.
contrast, teaching English in camps was more dynamic and interactive. We do
Hmm.
it in form of role plays. This
Yes.
focus was not only on language accuracy, but also in communication,
Yes.
creativities, and fun, which we
Yeah.
all know. Uh-huh. Through games, role plays,
Mhm.
songs, and outdoor activities. At times in
Outdoor
the night,
activities.
it
Yes.
may be around their level. All the children,
Wow.
we ask them to come out. We do some
Okay.
outdoor activities. I
Mm.
encourage students to use English language naturally in
Hmm.
real life situation, because if you are not an American, you can't form American accent. I let them know if you are not a British, you are not born here, it is so difficult for you to speak like them. What is
Yes.
required in English camp classes is for you to speak clearly. Your
Yes.
clarity
But the students
is very
should
important.
speak
I
the
let
word.
them know that in Spain, uh, there are different type of Spanish accent. Madrid, where I
Yes.
come from, is quite different from Barcelona,
Hmm.
and Barcelona different from Castellon. That
Hmm.
is what I use to attract them, to make
Okay.
them the class was attractive, to make sure that it's not only English language we have accent. So more so, this environment allow me to build closer relationship with students and also helps me in understanding the importance of motivation, engagement in language learning. So overall of this, my teaching experience in Spain helps me grow both professionally and personally. You know, it's not that easy. In Nigeria, we have different type of dialect, different type of uh,
Yes.
languages, like a Yoruba
Mhm.
language, Igbo language, Hausa language,
Yeah.
etc.
Okay.
Combined with Spanish language, you know what it means. So it's
Mhm.
it improved my communication skills, cultural awareness, adaptability. In terms of cultural awareness, during the camps, what I used to do when we are doing end of year party, then
Okay.
I used to teach them Yoruba culture, which is very enriched in anything you can think of, in
What
marriages.
exactly? What
Yeah,
exactly do you
at
teach?
times, I will ask the children to draw Yoruba bride, like a couple, the Yoruba bride and groom during the marriage. They draw the family. They also draw the intermediary between the wife and. In fact, my students were the best in then.
Really?
Then
Oh.
when it comes to the stage of dancing,
Mhm.
I like to promote my culture, which is
Okay.
Yoruba culture. I
Okay.
taught them dance in form of a banta. You know, this banta is like a salsa.
Yes, yes.
At the
When you move your
yeah,
body,
at
you
the
know.
end of the whole concert, my student become number one position.
Oh,
So it was a great joy to,
uh,
because they learn very, very, very fast.
yes,
So,
yes,
and it confirmed my passion for teaching. Teaching is a profession and so on. You need to have the passion. I like talking. I like talking. Even when
mm,
I'm teaching in the church, when I'm preaching in the church, I used to tell people then in Spain, monitor my time because this is a gift. It's a
because if you
gift.
leave me, I'll go
Yeah.
on and on.
If you don't have that gift to do it, by the time you do it within a second, you feel tired. Look at the way you have been talking since. It's because you have that gift. You are gifted to teach, to talk, to
Mm,
motivate people. That's just it. So, Madam Rose, this, teaching English in diverse and international environment is also a
mhm.
pleasure for me. I'm not from English speaking country if we
Okay.
have to categorize it by
Yes.
all standard of
World
English
language.
requirement. I'm from Nigeria, Yoruba by nature, and I
Okay.
speak Yoruba language, but we learn all my educational background comes with English language.
Yes.
That doesn't mean I'm an English speaking lady, from English speaking country. No, we can say first language at times. Me and you know that it's not our first language. It's not. I can say Yoruba is my first language. English is official language.
So
We-
did it
we-
pose, so you as a language assistant in Spain, did this aspect pose any difficulty for as a teacher to relate with the students when it comes with teaching and doing what you have to do?
There's nothing like that because I said experience teaches. I teaches a lot when I was in Nigeria. I teach in Oloda Papa Secondary School during my NYC. I also teach
Okay.
some adult education in Apapa as well.
Okay.
So the reason why I'm saying this, don't form. A lot in UK here, a lot of ladies form. You can't, our tongue is very different from them. Theirs. What I used to tell my students then is that, listen, this is Elizabeth. Although my mom is from USA, I wasn't born in USA. I don't have Minnesota accent. I have Nigeria, good, correct English, Nigeria accent. That is where I related them to Barcelona, Madrid, uh, Catalonia, Castellon, Valencia, all of them have their own
Each of these
accent.
each of these provinces have their accents.
Yeah,
It's true.
yeah, they have their
It's not the
accent.
problem in Spain. Okay, so what now? How
I'm
did
coming, ma.
this?
I'm coming, ma.
Okay,
That makes them to focus on the learning process, like the role play,
yeah,
dancing. It
yeah.
made them to learn faster because
Oh,
these
okay,
children, they are very intelligent. Some of them
okay.
have traveled with their parents to United
Yes,
States of America, to
yes.
England. And if you try to form,
They would
Madam
know.
Mia, they are going to tell you no, no, no. All my camps,
That,
if you remember there, they used to call me, Elizabeth, we need you in the camp. Can you come to camp? Even when I was relocating to UK, my last coordinator wasn't happy. I told her the reason I need to relocate because I did my own thing naturally for them to understand what I'm saying and clarity of my
yes,
speech, which is very important.
very, very.
And how
I think
things are
that's
being
basically that's
pronounced.
what English language is all
Yeah,
about. Clarity. The
of
child being
course.
able to pick vocabularies, words
Mhm,
from what you are saying as a teacher.
mhm.
Is basically
And,
very
and
important.
again, I used to practice what I know. In my class, I introduced Christmas period. That is, Spain is a Catholic country and they cherish Christmas a lot.
Yeah.
And those children, they rehearse, they did a lot of rehearsal and they sang a lot in English language, which they did correctly. They learn very fast. They learn
Mm.
very fast.
Okay,
So
so do
that
you
that
want to
them.
share with us, sorry, your experience? Is it the same thing since you've been in the UK as per teaching early childhood?
Um, when I arrived UK, my intention is to go into teaching. Something come across that made me to divert, which is study. I started studying because I love studying. And I now say again, I enjoy being in the midst of children, teaching them different culture in English language. I applied. So when I went for interview, one, I love the children I met there, all of them, but
Oh,
something threw me off, which is the
please share.
rain, which I can't beat, which I can't control. Because I'm thinking of at my age, I don't want to catch pneumonia. Because when rain is falling, if some children said they like going outside to run, being their teacher, you have to go with them.
Oh, really? Under the
Yeah,
rain?
yeah. You have to go with them. I say that because those are the questions I ask them. They say yes, because they have raincoats. Some of them have rainbow. I mean, I don't like too much cold. So
Oh,
in that case, I now divert to another field. Please,
oh,
I'm enjoying good now. It's good
oh,
to care for people. When you care
oh.
for people, God
Okay,
genuinely, God
you're
will
a
care
carer
for
now.
you.
You're a
I
carer
mean,
now.
no, I'm not a carer. I'm in health sector.
Health sector.
Yeah,
Okay.
health
Okay.
sector, they have different type of
Yeah.
roles, which I may
Yes.
not disclose yet.
Yes. And
Yeah.
then with your education background, that would even help you more.
Yeah, it helps because I
Better.
look at the job I love most. I see that I can continue with teaching line and also love caring for vulnerable people.
Yes.
I try to go back to school again. I
Okay.
study health and social care.
Hmm.
That's enlarge, I can say it enlarged my course. It widened
Wow.
my knowledge and experience on
Hmm.
how to love people, how to
Okay.
have compassion,
Wow.
encouragement, and
Hmm.
love someone unconditional.
Wow.
I really like
Are,
that.
are these are
So
these children as well, or it involves adults as well?
um they are not children, they, like 12 years or no. They are, I can say they're adult. Anyone that's above 20 to 24 years, they are adults.
Okay.
So it's good, it's good. Those are the work when you are doing it genuinely, you're looking young every day because you'll be happy.
Yeah, because
That
yes, you're happy with
that
what you're doing.
yeah,
You're happy with what you're doing. Hmm.
yeah, I'm really
Wow.
enjoying it. I like encouraging people. Being a preacher, being a teacher in the house of God, it made me to value those around me, that I
Yes.
should give them respect, their dignity, their privacy, which is very
Hmm.
important.
Yes.
You take
Yes.
them first. You may take yourself as first priority, but in time of need, you take them first
Hmm.
because they
Hmm.
have God who is fighting for them. That's just it. People may not understand this.
Okay. So have we come to the end of today's questioning? Are we doing
Yeah,
this next time?
yeah, yeah. That is the
As
end.
for
I've
me,
said it.
I truly
I
enjoy this section.
thank you so much. I love the way you answered those questions. You
And I love the
answered
questions
them.
you're asking me. I love it.
It's
Like,
never my fault. The mothers, some knows that Elizabeth is a teacher. I'm still a teacher. And
okay.
even in the church, I still teach teenagers because of the nature of my studies. I devoted. from adults to children because
Okay.
I need to study very well. In the
Okay.
school, we do presentation all the time. And when you are doing your presentation, there's going to be camera in your front. So in
But
that case,
as an educationist, what was your field of what was your specialty? Was it childhood
mm,
education as well?
that's why I'm saying I'm everywhere. Childhood education, adults, and
Okay.
also don't forget
Mm-hmm.
I'm a health practitioner, and
Health
also
practitioner.
I'm a political scientist, anyone
Oh,
you want, and
wow.
also a
You are
teacher, a
loaded.
preacher,
You
anyone
are,
you want.
you are loaded.
So that's it's God grace.
All right.
It's God
I'm so
grace.
happy to have you anchor this with me. I believe we'll
Mm,
look for other time to deliberate on other topic in the education aspects. Yes,
yeah,
I remember Rosemary alias Rosie Praise.
it's
Yes,
praise.
and that is Mother Elizabeth. You can look for her in
Elizabeth,
the handle.
a
What's the
royal
name of your
priesthood
handle
family
again? Royal
in YouTube. Yeah,
Royal
priesthood
Priesthood Family is
family.
a
Yeah.
social handle, and my own social handle is Rosie Praise, but my official name is Rosemary. Just in case you are looking
Oh
for
yeah.
me, my handle. So this is what we have brought before you because we're educationists, and we just want to do this to educate people that yes, it is very possible. It is
And
very
let me remind you, I'm also a counselor. I give counseling to couples and giving psychotherapies and counseling like that. Yeah.
oh, that's good. That's a nice one on your profile. So
Thank you.
viewers, you've listened to her. Look for her in a social handle, Royal Priesthood
This
Family.
whole family. Yeah.
Yes, that is a social handle. Okay, so we'll be bringing this to an end now. We've done at least more than an hour. Yes. Okay,
That's
and
royal priesthood. If I'm online preaching the word of God mostly, I do that.
okay,
That's name will be there. Yeah. Thank you
okay.
so much.
So let's run this up. Let's pray.
You pray for us.
All right, Father, we just give you all the praise and honor. We just want to say thank you
Thank you.
for making this possible, for
Thank you,
educating
Lord.
us how to train up our children from zero infants to 8 years old and then
Thank you,
like that.
Lord.
Thank you because you are the giver of life and the maker of all things.
Thank
And
you.
you actually said the children are your heritage and also heritage of the parents. So we are imparting our own expertise as a professional on these children in their behavioral development. Father, as we do this, continue to give us the enablement, help our children to grow up well, help the society
Amen.
to be better. Give I and them, Madam Elizabeth, more time, more opportunity for us to be able to come out and tell the world about what we know about childhood education. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
God
Lord.
Almighty.
Thank you,
As we
Lord.
go, we do not leave your presence. Be with us, be with
Amen.
our family, protect us, deliver us, provide for us, and continue to
Amen.
enrich us spiritually, physically, and like that. In Jesus' mighty
Amen.
name, I have prayed.
Amen. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, viewers.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Madam Elizabeth. Thank you so much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
all right.
Bye. See
Bye,
ya.
everyone. See you next time soon.
See you next time.
All right.